Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Tara Filihatru. We've had her on here before, and she was Tara Lewis, but since then, we had a little program where you were talking about your wedding, and the wedding occurred, right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Perfectly. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. And then you went on your honeymoon, I hear, right?
We went to Jackson Hole in Yellowstone. Absolutely gorgeous.
Fantastic. A lot better than your trip at the beginning of the year,
right?
right?
To Belize, yes, definitely.
That's good. So we're going to talk today, actually, about an event that Tara's been involved with for 3 years now. It's the third annual. It's the Heart Chase. It is a fundraiser for the American Heart Association, correct?
Correct.
You're the chairperson of this event. Last couple years, we were able to get out there and get some video, and it's a really interesting event.
Great video, yeah.
So tell us a little about what the Heart Chase is.
What the Heart Chase is, it is an event fundraiser that we do to raise money for the American Heart Association. And how we like to explain it is minute to win it meets amazing race. And what that means is contestants will team up in teams of 2 to 5 people, and they'll race around Bardstown looking for different checkpoints and things. And at those checkpoints, they'll perform games that you see on Minute to Win It, just silly little fun, wacky games. And this year we have a dunk tank and an obstacle course, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, every cent that we raise goes to the American Heart Association. So it's going to be on Spalding Hall on June 21st at 9 a.m. Registration starts at 8:30 though. Okay. You can also go to our website at heartchase.org to sign up and get all the information there as well.
Okay. So it's heartchase.org. The kickoff, as we said, is 9 o'clock at Spalding Hall, and you get teams together. How much is it for a team?
Well, in the past, there was a registration fee. However, this year we've waived those registration fees. And what's going to happen is if you donate or you raise a certain amount of money, then you get Game Advantage passes. And what those Game Advantage passes do is they give you the opportunity to get extra points or to stop a team in their tracks where they have to stand. They have to stand still for a so long period of time, so it kind of gives you an advantage over the other team. So just depending on how much you raise, or you can purchase those game advantages at the starting line. So it kind of just gives you a little leg up on everybody before the race even starts.
So it's free to have a team.
It's free to have a team. We wanted everybody to be able to come out and enjoy it and give back. So. And
teams are 2 to 5, 5 at the most, right?
Yes. And we do have a spirit award and a costume award. So if anybody, last year we had several people dress up in just the funniest, wackiest costumes. So the funnier the better, and we will give away prizes for those too. And we have a lot of gift certificates and things like that. Flage is actually our presenting sponsor again this year for the 3rd time in a row. So they've got a lot of good, fun things planned as well. So.
Great. And it gives you an opportunity to kind of travel around the community as well, because you will be. Do you need to have a smart device of some sort? You
do need to have a smartphone. If you do not have one, if you could contact us prior to the event and say, hey, we want to do this, but we don't have a smartphone, we'll make one available for you. And for those teams that sign up that morning and don't have, we'll work something out. It can be done by writing it down. It just slows you down a little bit. So what you'll do is there will be an app that you download on your phone. It's a free app. When you get there that morning, we'll give you a code that you put in that app, and that the map will pop up, and it'll show you where the checkpoints are listed around town. Give or take a little bit, it's going to be about a mile-long race. We try to keep it pretty close to it, and it just depends. If you're bouncing back and forth a lot, it might be a little more than that. But you don't have to be very athletic. You don't have to be in shape to do this. It is a timed event, but it's not such a short time that you have to really exert yourself to get it done. So it's that kind of levels the playing field for everybody to be able to participate, because obviously we want heart patients and stuff to be able to participate with us. So. And
it is something too where you'll learn, because at each checkpoint, everything, obviously it's a fundraiser for the American Heart Association, so we're trying to teach people some stuff, some heart information. So at each checkpoint you'll learn something as well, correct?
Right. At some of the checkpoints that are maybe a little bit more challenging physically, we have an alternate thing that you can do where you answer questions or something like that related to heart health, and that kind of teaches people while they're still having fun. And then, for instance, one of the checkpoints, you'll have cups of sugar sitting there, and you'll have to match the amount of sugar to the drink that it's related to or to the food that it's related to. So kind of gives you a little bit of insight of how healthy or unhealthy the items that you're eating or drinking can be. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's
now tell us, I know you have a connection with the American Heart Association. How you got involved with this yourself?
I got involved about 3 years ago because of a family history of something called long QT syndrome, which is a ventricular tachycardia type thing. So several people in my family are affected by it. So it's kind of near and dear to my heart, no pun intended. But so we've been involved ever since then. We've done things. My mother and I actually traveled to Washington D.C. and rallied on, the steps of the White House to raise money and to change policies and things like that. So, and we are involved with the Go Red for Women luncheon that happens every year in Louisville. So we do a lot with it, but the Heart Chase is our favorite event. So a lot of fun.
Great. And again, it's going to be right in downtown Bardstown. Kicks off at Spalding Hall at 9 a.m. Registration at 8:30. It's on June the 21st. How long is the event?
We tell people to be prepared to be there from about 9 to 11. That's give or take. It kind of really just depends. We'll open up the last checkpoint in the last few minutes, and then everybody will do the last checkpoint together. But then we have the prizes at the end. And if there's an issue where people have to write down their scores, we'll have to tally scores and things like that. So it could take a few minutes extra. But we do have bouncy houses and the fire truck and the helicopter from Air Methods. All of that will be there for the kids. Face painting. There's lots of stuff for the kids, for the younger kids to do while the older kids and the adults are participating in the race. So if you have little ones, bring them on out too. At least get them out there in the bouncy houses and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And they'll learn something.
Wear comfortable shoes and clothes that you can get dirty and wet, because you will get dirty and you will get wet. So
that's right. And with the different events too, you pick people from your team in order to take part. So it's better to have the 5.
Definitely.
That way you don't have to do everything.
Definitely. Yeah. And if there's a checkpoint that requires, none of them require all 5 people to do it. You pick 1 or 2 to do it. That way, it's not fair. It's not unfair if you have 2 or 5, but you definitely want 5 because you can alternate those people out.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to wear yourself out.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, go to heartchase.org. You can find out more information there. You can also register, or you can register that day, June 21st, or you can contact you at the library, correct?
Yes, correct, at the Nelson County Library. You can call me at 502-348-3714. Again, my name is Tara, and you can just stop by the library if you want to. I'll be there Monday through Friday. You can just stop in and ask for me. I'll be glad to help you there. We do have some information there too, some packets set out at the library as well. So. Okay,
great. So you have to have lots of teams. How many teams were there last year? Do you recall?
21 or 2.
There were several.
I think,
yeah. It was a nice turnout.
Yeah, there was, I think in the 20s, we had a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and it's enjoyable, and hopefully the weather will be nice again.
Yes, hopefully.
So go to heartchase.org, find out more information, visit Tara at the Nelson County Public Library, and come on out on June the 21st, starting at registration at 8:30, the event at 9 at Spalding Hall in Bardstown for the Heart Chase.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, this has been Gary White with Tara Filiatru here for Central Kentucky Television.